Well, I see that Betsy and Todd are on the road again, like a band of gypsies going down a highway. Right on, man. That's great. Get a little dose. We're going to get not a little dose today of wisdom. We're going to get a major dose of wisdom today. So I'm thinking that it could just blow our minds off, kind of like really understand what it's like it to be awakened, what it's like to be ascended, what it's like to, be a Yogananda. It's beyond our craziest imagination, I'll tell you that. But we're gonna do our best to get a uh, really a perspective this morning because July is supposed to be a pretty intense month. We may get to some of that, what to expect in July. But anyway, I thought this would be an end to a pretty intense month of June. We just have a few days till July, and uh, and to really hit some powerful wisdom truth, so that you don't even have to try try to grok it. If you get what I'm saying, don't even try to grok it. Just feel it. Just feel it. Yeah. Let your intuitive imagination do all the do all the processing in this stream this morning, my dears. Your intuitive imagination. And I want to start with this Maharaj uh, Dagata, that is another chief disciple of Maharaj Ramana Maharshi. And and yeah, I'm going to start with I wrote down something that he was did a video, and I wrote some of it down for us this morning. So get snuggled into your seat and keep your eyes on the road, Todd. And everybody, let's just really get our intuitive imaginations just ready for anything and everything without any expectation. How's that? And enjoy a few breaths as you always do, just for the sake of remembering that spirit is 100% you through and through. It's 100% everything that's going on in the manifested worlds. 100%. It's spirit in disguise and drag, however you want to look at it. There's just one reality, my dears. So let's really get on the mountain peak with the vista of vistas this morning, and have a some fun. Have some fun with the reality. Yeah. So this is what I took down from Maharaj Dargata, and he says there is absolutely no difference between me and others, except in knowing myself as I am. I am all. I am all. I know it for certain, and you do not. In reality, I'm neither hearing or answering. In reality. Now, understand his reality is a lot different than what we would say is our reality. In reality, I'm neither hearing or answering. In the world of events, the question happens and the answer happens. The question happens and the answer happens, but nothing happens to me. Man, wow. Interesting, huh? All the talk and dialogue back and forth. that people go through in their dialogues. And he's saying, nothing happens to me when all that's going on. Nothing. Everything just happens. He said, my destiny was to be born of us as a simple man. My destiny was to be born a simple man, a humble tradesman with little formal education. My life was of the common kind with desires and fears like everyone else. When, however, through faith in my teacher, which is Ramana Maharshi, and obedience to his words, I realized my true being. That says a lot about the divine teacher, doesn't it, my dears? When the faith in my teacher and obedience to his words, I realized my true being. I left behind, once I realized my true being, I left behind my human nature to take care of itself. I left behind my human nature when I realized my true being. Can you imagine if we could just, for a minute, or maybe even just 30 seconds, drop our identity to our human nature just for 30 seconds? And leave it behind you for 30 seconds? For him, once he decided his true nature and realized his true nature, it wasn't just 30 seconds that he left behind his human nature. He left it behind for good. He said, and I left my human nature to take care of itself until its destiny is exhausted. So I know we still have desires, we still have plans, we still have, oh, the rest of our lives. We still have that vacation, we still have maybe, moving to another place, we still have the kids growing up, we still have, right? But just for once, my dears, just for once, just for this morning, just to end the month of June on a high, high, high closeness to the truth. Just leave behind your human nature until it exhausts itself. Let's set that as our goal until it exhausts itself. All that human stuff that will want to take precedence in you today, just let it exhaust itself. You're leaving it. You're leaving it behind. He says, occasionally, an old reaction, emotional or mental, happens in the mind. Occasionally, he says, an old reaction, emotional or mental, happens in the mind. But it is at once noticed. Woo. It is at once noticed and discarded. Can we be so fortunate as to have a couple moments today, or maybe many more, where we catch that emotion or mental, whatever gyration it is, or some upsetting feelings, whatever, that we notice and discard them immediately. Wow. And then he ends by saying in this little clip, after all, as long as one is burdened, after all, as long as one is burdened with a personality, do we ever even think in those terms? Just the way we're conditioned, just the way we've repeated thoughts and feelings and actions and habits for so long. And it's all part of our personality. That is a burden, my friends. That is a heavy, heavy load to carry. So after all, he says, is one is burdened with the personality, one is exposed, meaning we are in a duality dream delusion. We're exposed to its idiosyncrasies and habits. So let's just be still for a few moments, all of us together. And really see if we can get spiritually excited about leaving behind our human nature and noticing immediately an arousal of some sensation or thought or emotion, and to discard it immediately in this short period of silence. I'm going to give you some more wisdom to stimulate your awareness of your true nature and how we can practice in these small ways just in a moment at a time, to get closer to that true nature of us. A great soul once said, liberation is when the mind does not long for anything, grieve about anything, reject anything, hold on to anything, and is not pleased about anything or displeased about anything. Let's go into the silence with this beautiful, quiet, still mind. That is not longing for anything. It's time for another serious dose of wisdom. This is from the Bodhidharma. And he says this: to have a body is to suffer. To have a body is to suffer. Does anyone with a body know peace? Those who understand this detach themselves from all that exists. Those who understand this, to have peace within ourselves, is to detach ourselves from all that exists and to stop imagining or seeking anything and stop imagining or seeking anything. To seek nothing, he goes on to say, is bliss. To seek nothing is bliss. When you seek nothing, you are on the path. So, with that beautiful, quiet mind and a personality that has been left behind with that human nature, let's add in the silence, in the stillness, a little period of detaching ourselves from everything that exists and be without imagining or seeking anything except to seek nothing. To seek nothing is bliss. And one more, just one more dose of wisdom, and one more little period of stillness and silence. The purpose of our lives, the divine purpose of our lives, is to become a conscious vessel. As Hafiz once said, I'm just a hole in a flute through which the breath of Christ blows through. Just a hole in the flute, a conscious vessel, not just a thought, but a vessel of transmission. A living current, a living current of truth. One that radiates light without permission, ignites dormant souls, and lifts the frequency of a fractured world by simply existing in truth. So, in closing, my dears, we'll say these words usually after a Kundalini yoga class is sung or said. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surrounds you. And the pure light within you guides you on your way back home. Guides you on your way back home. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti. Oh, and so it is. So be it. Aho. Oh, wait, let me open. Ashley's got something to say. Did you have
I
something?
was just thinking, I was just thinking how fun it looks like, Betsy, and you guys are going somewhere. Are you going somewhere?
I think
Okay.
they were up at Idlewild in Terrace Place yesterday.
I saw the woods when you were walking. I thought that's where you might have been. Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, yeah. So they're just going with the flow. They're going where the light's leading them. They're not seeking anything. They have no mind. They don't. There's nothing that they want. They're just letting the light show them the way, guide their way. Yeah. How cool is that? Goes for the rest of us, everybody. Yeah, have a rest day, you know. Have a day off from the human side of ourselves. Just leave it behind and see what happens. All right? Yeah. I think something good is stirring in the hearts and our souls right now. Yeah. Thank you so much for the morning, everybody. And Ashley, we'll be talking soon, okay? Nice. Good to see you, sister. Much love.
Talk soon. Blessings, beloveds.
Blessing.
Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Love you. Mm.